shit ain't going well, you know. At one point, Siri said, "The fuck?" You know, so he going back to the one with the thumbprints. You ain't gotta pray for his thumbs, man. He got nice thumbs, you know. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm making fun of him, okay? I love him. My favorite uncle, love that man. He even taught me how to drive.
Shit, no.
He used to be like, look both ways. I'd be like this, and he'd be like this, you know. Good man, good man. How y'all doing tonight? We got some couples in the house tonight? Where the single people at?
We'll see.
Nah, man, I'm jealous as hell, man. When you're a single guy, you got one huge advantage over married guys. You know when you're gonna get laid. You can schedule that shit out in advance. You may even call them dates. When you married, man, you don't never know when you're gonna get laid. You don't know if you're gonna get laid even if your woman says she's going to lay you. You don't know if it's gonna actually happen. You know what I mean? Because it just takes one thing to fuck up her mood and you jack it off. I'm telling you, dude, it's fucked up. And ladies, you gotta understand, we need to know when we're gonna have sex. Because we gotta know what kind of shower we need to take. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you're about to get laid, you be in that shower with that leg cocked down. You're getting all up under that motherfucker, don't you? Like, we don't know where you're gonna go that night, but we wanna make damn sure it's clean when you get there. That's all it is. Ladies, that's for you. That's for you, ladies, and I'm telling you, man. But look, as fucked up as that is, the worst part is, as a man, you gotta stay ready.
20 comedians.
You gotta stay ready, because you don't know when your woman's gonna be in the mood. See, I figured it out. A married man's dick is like a fire truck. Yeah. By that I mean you just gotta keep washing it until it's needed. That's all. That's what you are, fellas. You're a first responder to your wife's vagina. Damn it, you're all heroes to me. All of you heroes to me, goddammit. I'm telling you, man. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to sex, because I got a very unique relationship with sex. Okay. Like, as some of you can probably tell, I'm from a different country, Alabama. Roll Tide. You know, and I grew up in a town where we were, you know, it was ultra religious, ultra conservative, you know. Like, I grew up in a town where we were taught you shouldn't have sex before marriage. So I moved. I got the fuck up out of there. Like, I knew that was no place for me to be. I was a horny-ass teenager. Horny-ass teenager, man. Trying to lose your virginity growing up in the Bible Belt, that shit is hard. That shit is hard as hell. But because nobody in my family even talked to me about sex, everything I learned about sex was like on-the-job training. Right? Like, everything I know about sex, I learned the hard way. Like, I still remember the first time me and a girl kissed, okay? It didn't go well, I'll be honest with you. Have you ever kissed somebody that kisses with their eyes open? Yeah. Yeah, it's your first kiss and you all into it. You just moaning and groaning. And you just take a little peek and that bitch is cross-eyed looking at you like, they're like, bitch, you better get the fuck up off of me. Yeah, it didn't go well at all. It didn't go well at all. I still remember the first time I made out with a girl. Oh, we were tongue kissing, I peeked and our eyes were closed and ooh, I just melted into her ugly ass on us. I'm telling you right now, man, that shit, I love that shit. But then she stopped it. She said, I'm gonna tell you right now, Doug, it ain't going no further than this. I ain't going to hell for you. I said, please? I really appreciate it. She was like, no, I'm not going to hell for you. She said, but I am curious. I've never seen one before. Do you mind if I take it out? Hell no, I don't mind if you take it out. So she reached in my pants and she pulled my dick out, right? And what? This is the only positive stereotype for a black man. Let me have this slide, okay? Can I have this? Thank you. Can I have this slide? I ain't heard nobody with this. ain't hurting nobody right now. Ma'am, am I hurting you with this dick? Am I hurting you? Am I hurting you, ma'am? I'm not. Touch it. Touch it. You got a good man. Hey, bro, you got a good one. You touched it. You got a good woman there, bro. Congratulations. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I see you got some young people up in here, right? Who's under 30? Okay, yeah. Trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about, man. Like, I'm telling you now, if you get a chance, sleep with an older woman. Older women are better in bed than younger women.
You motherfucker.
Because you get with a young woman nowadays, they be trying to do all kinds
Yeah, you walking on the goddamn thing.
Like even when they go down on you, they have their hand there as a blocker, you know, so they can't gag. You know.
That's all good. Wasn't nobody watching anyway.
And it's really emasculating when she's like, he ain't gonna do that. I can collapse the buffer. He ain't gonna gag nobody. You be like, ah, damn. You gotta worry about none of that shit when you sleep with an older woman, though, man. An older woman will tell you flat out, lay down and provide the dick. I'll do the rest. That sounds like a sweet ass gig too, don't it, fellas? That sounds like a sweet gig. But fellas, I want you to listen to me. It's dangerous.
Baby Apollo oil.
I'm telling you, man, older women only care about two things. Their kids and their climax. You fuck with an older woman's nut, she'll cut your damn throat and watch you bleed out while she drink Earl Grey tea. I'm telling you now, don't fuck with an old woman's nut. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me on this one. If you're having sex with an older woman and she says don't move, don't you fucking move. Under no circumstance do you move. You hear me? I know what I'm talking about. The shit happened to me, okay? I'm a survivor of the don't move movement. The shit wasn't even my fault. It was back in the days, I was out there hoeing around, had one of them cougars on me, riding me. You know the woman, you know the noise a woman makes when she's about to climax? Well, you probably don't, sir, but just take my word for it. You sat up front in the comedy show, it's gonna happen, okay? Just got it out of the way, okay? No, she was sitting there, and ladies, I want you to use your imagination at that magic moment when she's about to explode. It slipped out. She went, pow, slapped the fuck out of me. Y'all, she hit me so hard to this day, I still hear clicking in this ear. Like she slapped me so hard, my contact lens was laying on my nose, and I looked up at her, I said, what the fuck you hitting me for? She was like, I said don't move. I'm like, bitch, I didn't move. You went up too high and I ran out of dick. That ain't my fault. Y'all ready to get the show started? Yeah, y'all heard enough about my PTSD. Let's bring out some other people with problems. Now, I want to let you know right off the bat, okay? This is an open mic comedy show, right? I don't want nobody clutching their pearls in here, okay? We're not gonna solve the world's problems in here tonight, okay? Say that shit for when we leave, okay? We all in here to laugh, right? Can we all agree on that? Okay. Now, I also want to let you know that this is a show for amateurs. We got people this is gonna be their first time coming on stage. You got people that's been doing this shit for 10 years. Some jokes are gonna work, trust me, some jokes are not. There's no reason to be heckling people, booing, and none of that other shit, okay? If you wanna laugh, laugh. If you don't, just sit there and wait for that motherfucker to get done, okay? We all agree on that? All right. And also, let me let you know, we live in a culture where everybody wants to get a tip without earning it. That does not apply to the people up in here tonight. They're busting their ass, trying to give you the best service they can give you, and walking through these dark ass hallways, afraid they're gonna trip. So please do me a personal favor and support them. Okay, tip them accordingly, please. Please do that. Now that we got one more thing. If you decide you want to try this, you want to come up here and just see how it goes, all you got to do is shoot an email to newfacesaz@gmail.com. Okay? Newfacesaz at Gmail, newfacesaz@gmail.com, and they'll send you all the information you need to come up here on the stage and get us a try, all right? All right, now I'm gonna bring out the first comedian. He's a little bit more seasoned. I worked with him a couple of times, cool as hell. Show some love for Mr. Phillip.
Pull up in motorcades, I got a show today. That's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they.
Everybody give it up for Doug one more time. Doug said when you single, you can schedule pussy. I'm single and wrong, Doug. I gotta buy it. Nah. Doing Tempe, man. We got parents in the house, make some noise. Man. Fuck them kids. Nah, man, I got kids. My kids been asking me questions recently what it was like to grow up in the 90s. Yeah. Half the shit I tell them, they don't even believe me. I'm like, yo, we used to have one phone for the whole house, right? For a whole house. And if you had an older sibling, you just didn't use the phone. Yeah, you couldn't call after 9. All right, wake up your parents and shit. Like, you used to tell somebody, like, yo, call me at like 9:18. If that shit hit 9:19, bitch, don't call me. It's gonna ring and wake up my dad. Yeah, they don't believe me on this shit. I was like, not all houses have the internet. I remember the first time I got the internet, my dad was so excited. He's like, we're finally getting it. I was like, what are you talking about? The internet. I was like, oh, okay, like we can get a computer and shit. All I ever did was just watch porn. Alright, when you get a computer, you had a computer in the 90s though, and you went to school, they thought that you were like a computer repairman and shit. You don't remember that? They just asking you questions you don't know, they yelling at you and shit like this. All I do is watch porn. Nah, man. It's funny, they just don't believe a lot of the shit. We used to play games and shit, like every game involved punching. You used to have to play this game, it was called open chess. Right? You used to have to walk around like this. And if somebody caught you with your hands down, they'd punch you in the fucking chest. These kids couldn't survive back then. They couldn't, man. They couldn't. I'm starting to bring back old sayings though, like in my house, like that's gay. The kids is along with it, right? They go on they with it. Nah, it's funny because my daughter is gay. Right? She came out to me, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Tempe, like, but she came out, I'm like, it's 20, she came out last year, I was like, it's 2025. Nobody cares. And honestly, Tempe, as a dad, low-key, you hope your daughter is gay. She did, man. She came out to me. She told me about it. I had questions, though, right? She's like, Dad. She's like, I'm gay. She's like, all my friends are gay. And I'm thinking, statistically, it's a lot of gays for one class. Right? But she had to take anatomy. So she took anatomy. She took the class. And she got back. And I was like, how was the class, babe? And she was like, it was good, Dad. But they showed us a vagina. And it was disgusting. You're gonna make a horrible fucking lesbian. That's baseline gay. But we do, man. We use it in my house. My daughter be using it too, right? She'll be like, "That's gay, Dad." And I'll do it to her and shit like that. My son don't quite get the joke, right? I'll be like, "That's gay," and he's like, "She's gay, Dad. You just have to accept it." I'm like, I have. He's like, I still don't even know how I'm gonna tell all my friends. I'm like, like, y'all don't even go to the same school. Nah, man. My son, he's funny though, man. He likes to lie. Like a hoe. Right? He just be forcing lies on me and shit. Anybody got any like 12-year-old boys in here? Yeah? You got one? Does yours like to shower? I can't get mine to shower, dog. It's crazy. He's the only kid I know that will go in the shower and come out dry. Right? He was like, I was in there, Dad, just dodging the water. I said, fucking don't, dog. What are we doing? He is, right? It got to the point where I would have to smell him. Make sure he washed. And so he caught on to it, so then he just started washing one arm. The other arm just smelled like shit. Nah, he's strong, man, his body's changing. Right? His body's changing. He was in there the other day and he was like, Dad, come in here, I need you to look at this. Like, fuck, I don't want to. But as a dad, you have to, right? You gotta have all the answers and shit. So I go in there and he's just holding this thing, right? And Tempe, man, I got bad eyes. I had to look at this. I was like, what? Right? And I was just eye to eye with that motherfucker. You already bumped one tonight, right? You didn't forget. No, I was eye to eye with this fucking thing, right? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, son. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. And he was like, what are you talking about? You got one. And I was like, I know. Mine don't look like that. And fellas, y'all all understand, but ladies, I don't know if you know this, but when you growing up and you a boy, they don't tell you there's other dicks out there. You think they all look like yours, right? Saying some people find out at different times. You just in the locker room, you're like, hey, what the fuck is that, right? So we're having this conversation. I was like, yeah, dog. I was like, I had a surgeon. He was a real mushroomologist. And he was like, I don't get it though. He was like, well, why do I have extra skin? I said, because I didn't have extra money. I wanted us to have matching dicks, dog. I swear to God, I did. Hey, if you like me, then give me a follow. I thought, real Philip Joel.
Going the summer way. I just keep running my dream. Making my Photoshop. Crossing that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the
I forgot to let you know if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Doug Brown Comedy. That's where I post all my shows and all the dumb shit that I be doing. Y'all ready for your next comedian? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, take your time. That's Doug Brown Comedy. Show some love for John Boy.
I'm the first black comedian you gonna see tonight? That's right. You don't laugh at me, you don't support black business. How about that? White people, we supporting black business here? Make some noise for you? Not really. Okay. That was some scary ass shit. Cause this side look like a country concert and this side look like a Dollar General. Does that make sense to This should look like a farmer's market, Albertsons. Does that make any sense? These motherfuckers think I'm Darius Rucker. They think I'm CeeLo Green. Does that make any... You laughed at that? Fuck you! I'm excited to fucking be here. Are we drinking tonight? Make some noise if you drinking, man. We drinking? That's right. I'm 22 days sober. Make some noise for that, man. 22 days sober. Stop drinking, man. I'm proud of myself. I stopped drinking. I do dumb shit when I drink, man. I pee the bed when I drink. It's fucking... Fucked up part about it, I sleep on an air mattress. Shit feel like a water slide. It's disgusting in there, I'm telling you. Stop drinking, man. I'm trying to change my life, man. Last year I lost 60 pounds, man. 60 pounds last year. I gained that shit all back, but I'm still trying to change my life, man. My weight fluctuates, you know? Smallest I ever got, size medium. Biggest ever, who said thank you for the support, white woman? Biggest I ever got, 5XL. Who said damn? I kept all the clothes too. My closet looked like a Burlington coat factory, I swear to God. Shit crazy, somebody said mine too. I'm with your sister. It's crazy in there, man. I'm just sick of shopping in the big and tall sections, man. I'm sick of it. They never have any cool clothes, man. Last time I was at a big and tall section, I walked in, the only thing that was on the rack was a 3X African dashiki. Right next to it was a MAGA hat. I went inside the dressing room, I put both of them motherfuckers on. I look like a Jordan Peele plot twist. That shit was... I was in the mirror, get out of my country. Do you get what Shit was crazy, man.
Yeah.
They judge you when you're overweight, man. They tell you that you lack self-control. I think that's bullshit. I'm here to tell y'all that the world is designed to test your self-control. Okay? They always put shit in the store that you don't fucking need. White women. Why do you think there's a Starbucks inside of a Target? They're trying to test their self-control. They don't do that to any other group in America, man. Black people. What if they put a Popeyes inside of a Foot Locker? Jesus. You get a size 12 and a 12 piece? My God. For the poor whites. What if they put a Cracker Barrel inside of a Walmart? My God. Oh my God, the slavery and the savings, it would be fucking... The racism and the rollback prices, could you fucking imagine that place? For the Mexicans. What if they put a Cricket Wireless inside of a Home Depot? Oh, Dios mío, Jesus. The carnage and the carne asada, do you get what I'm trying to... My bad. What if they put it outside of a Home Depot? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm in a new relationship, man. Love is in the air. Make some noise for that love. I'm happy, man. I'm happier than a white dude on Facebook holding up a fish. You ever see one of them motherfuckers? Gnarly! Like this. It's dope, man, because she's Irish. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's got an Irish bitch, man. We fight each other and shit. It's cool, man. We drinking Guinness and shit, man. It's cool, man. It's cool because I think she's the one. You know what I mean? We think about kids and stuff, and I imagine our kid, little light-skinned, redhead baby. Little Steph Curry baby. You get what I'm trying to... Redhead like a chia pet. You get what I'm trying to... And it's cool because we can mix culture, so he just come downstairs every morning. Top of the morning, nigga! You know what I mean? Like, my name's John Boyd. I love you guys so much. Have a good night.
I guess I'm not a black comedian, so... When he said that shit, I was like... Oh, okay, I see. Y'all ready for your next meeting? Show some love for Mr. Tyler Pace.
Turn around, can you make it clap? Give you that heart attack. Free your mind when you throw it back. It feels so empty.
I'm gonna get a little real with you. This year was a tough year. I got diagnosed with lactose intolerance. And the funny thing about it was, the doctor asked me if there were any signs. Where do I begin? When I was in the 5th grade, Mr. Kia's class, the day of Halloween, they served ice cream bars after school, and I had the 40-minute bus ride home. But thankfully, I have learned to hold it. And as we're bouncing along through the construction that is Arizona, and you can hear it. We, my family, we are very accustomed to this noise. We call it the bloop bloops. You hear it. It's bloop bloop. It comes up, and it's almost at the top, and you realize you You got 10 seconds. So the bus stops at my street, and I book it straight out of the bus, run into my house, and I run by my sweetheart neighbor, my same age, gorgeous girl standing outside. And I take a moment, admire, and then I run to my house, and it is locked like every single time I come home. I run to the back of the house, and my dog, for the first time in his life, stops humping the blanket. We have this yellow blanket he loved. He stops, he looks, and he notices something, the smell. The back door's locked, so I run to the front. I get to the front yard, and I'm panicking. The sweet neighbor girl is looking at me. And I stood down. And thank goodness it was Halloween, and I carved a pumpkin. And I stood there, and she starts to get worried. And so she starts to walk over, and I'm telling her, please, don't go away, because this is like the third time this has happened to me. You would think I would learn, but I don't. Because one time, later that same year, I was hiking with my family up in the Uintas. And as we get to our camping spot, my father brings out the hot cocoa, which I cannot resist. And it has in it milk. But that's okay, because I, at this point, figured out a plan. I will just go off into the woods like any other child would do, and no one will have any problem. As I get out to the woods, I find that there's no private place, and I don't make it. But my white little chonies that I take off, I hang them on the tree, and I climb myself into the river, which is quite cold, but it's enjoyable, and I swim and I clean and I give myself, the sun's coming down, it's actually quite majestic to be a fully nude child. But as I get back, my chonies are gone. And my cousin, my dearest cousin James, has a stick. And he's waving around like he just freed friends. And he comes to the campfire and he goes, guess whose underwear I got? Someone pooped their pants. And let me tell you, when you have lactose intolerance and you poop your pants, it's all there. It's not like you left the log, it's the whole experience. And I am just mortified, absolutely mortified. Because at this point, I'm going to be outed as someone with lactose intolerance. But fortune favors the bold. And so, in my beautiful lucky case, I start chanting my brother's name. How could this be? How could I be so fortunate? I was wearing his well-labeled underwear, because my mother is one of those meticulous people who writes our names on the inside of our white undies, just in case they get lost in the wash. And my poor brother is summoned to the campfire, surrounded by all of my 72 first cousins, and all of my aunts, uncles, and everyone there just proceeds to embarrass him. And still to this day, I did not invite him here. Because if he heard that this happened to him, I would be in trouble. So, the moral of my life is simple. And that is, you have to learn how to identify the best bathrooms everywhere you go. And so, my advice to you is QT, good. Circle K, bad. AM, PM, worse. You know, there are some of the others, like if you go to Texas, all of them are fine. But here, please be careful, because you never know when you're going to walk in and you're going to sit down on the toilet and 3 other people next to you also have lactose intolerance. So thank you very much. My name's Tyler Pace. If you want to find me on Instagram, you can't. You guys have a wonderful night.
Y'all ready for your next comedian? Hey, show some love for Miss Quota.
Nerves hit? Y'all don't know. I'm just telling y'all, don't want it to be personal here. What? Alright, y'all. I'm Miss Quota. of shit. So, I still got a shit. So there's this song that I've been listening to, right? It's called Folded, right? It's about this girl by Kehlani, right? And it's about this girl, about how she broke up with her ex. And then she calls him and tells him to come pick up his clothes. I'm like, and she folded them. She's so nice. I ain't folding nobody's clothes. Nobody's clothes, you hear me? So like my ex, right? Let's talk about it. So in February, my ex, right? He left his suitcase, his father's suitcase, with his shoes and his clothes and his breathing machine in it. And it comes around, Halloween, he's calling me and asking me for his suitcase, his father's suitcase with his shoes and his clothes and his breathing machine in there. And I was like, should I give it to him? He pissed me the fuck off, let me tell you. He said one trigger word, he said a trigger, let me tell you what he said to me that triggered me, right? What he said was, I'm a good guy. So was Chucky, bitch. So was fucking Chucky. Chucky was a good guy, so I threw all that shit in the dumpster. And then he calls me a few weeks later, asking for his father's suitcase, his shoes, his clothes, and his breathing machine. And then he tells me that his father died. I felt bad a little bit, right? I felt bad just a little bit, right? But that breathing machine, nigga, you should have been dead by now. Like, what are we talking about here, right? You know? I'm single, and I've been looking for something different, you know. I usually date black, so you know, I was like, oh, hurrah, let me try white, right? So I found this guy, and he sort of kind of looked like Rosie O'Donnell and Fred Flintstone, like created this whole love child, and the love child looked like Cartman from South Park. I'm just saying, y'all, I got a type, you know what I mean? Right? Like, my vision is like one of them fat guys, them like chunky guys that play video games with the Pokemon on the front of their shirt that come up to here, to the belly button, with them gray basketball shorts on, with the ass crack kick sitting out. Delicious. That ass crack is delicious. You look like my type. I like that hat. I don't care who you with, I'm just talking to you. But then, like, you know, then this other guy, and I was like, oh, I might be interested, but he wasn't like, you know, looking like Cartman. He looked like, I don't know, he looked like Squidward, you know? And I'm gonna just read this to y'all real quick, right? Because he DM'd me and he was like, hey, you did great tonight. You probably was someone else. But I wanted to say hi. Actually, you come up in my mind and I wanna fuck you. So I took too long to answer, and he was like, can I fuck you? My dick is big, and you're cute. This is a good crowd. He sent me a picture of an uncircumcised penis that looked like a hagfish. That's nasty. But that's my time, y'all. I'm Miss Quota.
about taking a shit while y'all eat. I'll talk about hair, but I won't talk about taking a shit. Y'all ready for the next meeting? Show some love for Jania's.
But it's long, it's hard, but it's pop, it's hot, but it's strong, with so many different flows. This one for this song, the next one I switch up. This one will get bit up. These fucks too lazy to make up shit, they crazy. They don't.
Improv, what's going on? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all do better than I. How y'all doing? Y'all do a room check? Do a room check. White people, make some noise. Let me see where y'all at. White people. Black people, make some noise. Black people, don't start with no problems. We're not gonna win this one. My name is Janaz. I go by Janaz Funny. It's my first time at this stage, man, so I'm excited to be here. I officially became a pothead. Don't be proud about it because I'm gonna show y'all why I fucked up. Any other potheads in the building? I knew y'all smoked. That looked like the table of Stranger Things over there. Motherfucker catching monsters and shit. I'm not proud of myself for smoking weed, because I'll be fucking up. I fucked up the last time. Y'all ever got Stranger Things? Y'all ever got too motherfucking high before? Yeah. Nigga, I got so motherfucking high this time. I started seeing music come out the damn speakers. See, I know I ain't high. Y'all heard that shit? I'm gonna tell y'all what happened though. I'm not mad at the fact that I got too high. I'm mad about how I handled the shit. Because I was looking for my phone, nigga, for 4 hours. That's not the frustrating part. I was looking for my phone, nigga, for 4 hours with my phone. Nigga, I was high as a motherfucker. I'm sitting here, nigga, I'm using the flashlight on the bitch. Somebody in my house taking shit. Nigga, I'm on Facebook putting up posts. Lost my phone again. Hashtag can't find phone. Motherfuckers is calling me. Hello? Nah, I can't talk right now. I've been looking for my phone for hours. I need time. Stop calling me right now. Nigga, my cousin, I call my cousin and shit. Hey man, I leave my phone at your house. No? Okay. This nigga higher than me. Nah, I'm looking for my phone too. How long you been looking for your phone? For 4 hours. I'm looking for mine for 4 too. When you find your phone, call me. Nigga, when you find your phone, call me. I don't know how your phone look. I'm gonna send you a picture. You get that shit? That look like your phone. That look like your phone. Y'all a good crowd though. I mean, what a relationship. If you get a relationship, man, make some noise real quick. Make some noise. All right, let's do one thing. Fellas only, please make some noise. Me, y'all make some noise. Fellas. All right, ladies, it's your turn. Y'all gonna win this, right? All right. Ladies, if you suck dick, blink. Look at all the fellas looking at shit. Nigga, she blind. It's gonna be a whole bunch of motherfuckers at the door and shit. I saw you blink. More of an aha. Yo, hey, y'all been in your crowd? Let's go ahead, get off the stage in a minute. I just want to let y'all know, man, we is coming here. Well, you know, this is why y'all coming down here doing us. You know, my name is Janaz. I go by Janaz Funny. I would love the support and appreciate y'all if y'all follow your boy. Push me up, man. I'm out of here. Holla at your boy, one.
I'm not a writer, I'm a writer for myself and others. I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother, bigging up my barrel, I'm bigging up.
Trust me, my old ass is not finna try to bend down on this stage just to make y'all laugh. When I try to get back up, that's when y'all ass is playing. Show some love for Scotty Scotland.
These three ranchers. They were all out ranching and they were sitting down having lunch together. And the first rancher is like, God, you know, he's like, my wife's been cooking me Spam for 25 years. I've had the same lunch, I swear, for 25 years. So the other rancher is like, man, I've been eating PB&Js for 25 years. And then the third cowboy's like, yeah, I've been eating tuna. So, like my wife always gives me the same lunch. So, they make a pact with each other. The old rancher's like, if I get tuna again tomorrow, old son, I'm killing myself. And so, the other two ranchers are like, let's do it together, you know? We all get the same lunch again tomorrow. I think we should just all kill ourselves. So the next day, they're sitting down, and they're like, well, looking at each other, you think today is the day? So opens up his lunch, and he's like, oh, shoot, Spam. And the other cowboy's like, PB&J. And then the other one's like, yeah, tuna, it's time to ride. So they all go and off themselves. And then, so they hold their funeral at this little Baptist church, and the wives are up talking, you know? And so the first wife gets up and she's just like, gosh, like, I wish you would have told me or said something, like, you know? He's like, his granddaddy had this Spam recipe, I thought it was his favorite. You know, the second rancher's wife gets up and she's crying, and she's just like, yeah, I thought you liked PB&Js, you know, I thought we sit together like peanut butter and jelly, you know? And then the third wife gets up and she's like, to be honest with you guys, I'm baffled because he packs his own lunch. So, anybody go out to the bars a lot? Like the country bars? Anybody? Yeah. I think those t-shirts are funny, the girls that are like, not my first rodeo. I was like, yeah, we can tell. I swear if those Daisy Dukes get any shorter, I don't know. You know, it used to be like the Daisy Dukes, you're just like, oh wow, you're like, I think I can see that chick's butt cheeks, you know? Now you're like, oh my God, like I think that girl's labia just fell out. Or they're getting short, you know? You're like, look, easy that girl's clit. I think there should be a rule at the bar, you know? Like if your vagina lips are longer than your Daisy Dukes, they're too short. Yeah, it was cute the other night. I was at church and then there was this little boy and a mom. Anyways, she's like, goes up to the preacher and she's like, "Oh, Pastor, I really need your help." She's like, "My little boy just won't stop lying. Like, he's lying at school. He's lying everywhere he goes. Like, you think you could do me a favor on Sunday night? Just pull him aside and talk to him about it?" And so, Pastor's like, "Sure, yeah, I'll do that." So, Sunday night rolls around, and he's like, "Here." So he gets this little boy, he's like, "Sit right here next to me, I got a story for you." And so, Pastor's like, "All right, I'm going to tell you a story about a tent revival that I had last week." He's like, he's like, this bear came in this tent, and he just killed and murdered my whole entire congregation. And he was like, it was the craziest thing. It was just God. The back doors opened up, and this little coon dog runs up this bear's back, and he just chokes the bear out. And he saved my life. And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, so he's like, "What do you think about that story?" And he says, "To be honest, Pastor, that was my coon dog. He'd love to meet you if you want to come over for supper after church." So the pastor's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." Anybody got a mama that's been acting crazy? Any crazy moms in menopause out here? I was raised all like strict and homeschooled and everything. And my mom was like never letting me play with Ouija boards because she was like, "You'll get possessed by a demon." And it's like ironic because she ends up possessed by a demon. So I called the pastor and I was like, "I really need you to come cast the demon out of my mom. Like, she's a bitch." So he came over and cast the demon out of her. Turns out the demon's name was menopause. I'm Scotty Scotland. You can follow me on Instagram at Scotty Scotch, SCOTTI. Thanks.
No, I say the word, leave me alone. I'm responsible for what I say, not what y'all think. You ready for the next comedian? Show some love for Nate Ross.
Show up to work hungover tomorrow. Oh man, I'm happy with alcoholics here this evening. I'm gonna be totally honest. These are entertainers who need to pander to our audience. And if I got no response on that, I was gonna scrap the set and just start reading from the Book of Mormon. Gotta be honest here. I think you can tell the fact that I'm standing up here. I myself am not a Mormon. Pretty sure good old Joseph Smith said that this is all haram. I actually grew up in a Jewish household, and being Jewish never really meant anything to me until recently. I had a little bit of a near-death experience, so I started to get a little funky and turn to God. And I found a lot of interesting things in Judaism. There's a lot I fundamentally do agree with, and there's a lot that I don't. One of the things that I've come to love about Judaism is the Torah teaches a financial principle. And it basically goes, if you have a problem now, you don't have the money to fix it, know that it is coming tomorrow. And basically what that means is that God put you on this earth to thrive and not to struggle, right? He's always looking out for you, and if you're going through hardship, it gives you a little bit of solace and a little bit of a break to go, hey, I'm gonna get through this. Now, am I surprised that by definition the Torah is teaching socialism? No, right? But I'm willing to overlook it because of the way it makes me feel. What I'm not willing to overlook has more to do with Jewish culture than it actually does with Scripture. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Jews are really good at business. Specifically, haggling and negotiating. If you've ever had any interaction with a Jewish person, I guarantee with 95% confidence they have tried to bicker with you about something. Doesn't matter what it is, they'll do something. It is ingrained in our genetic code, right? I mean, it's why we run the banks, let's be honest here. We're not going to. But it gets, what the Torah doesn't teach with that is that there's a time and there's a place. And unfortunately, my people, we're very go, 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 go. That's how we get things done until it hurts us, right? And the time and the place thing, I can't stress it enough. If you're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, absolutely, you need to know your shit. You need to be locked in. If you're trying to delegate commercial real estate, oh yeah, you need to have everything locked in to be able to bring down interest rates. But if you're in a strip club, yeah, maybe time to keep your mouth shut. So that's a pretty niche example, and I'll elaborate on that because I'm up here, why not? So a couple weeks ago, I go to a strip club with some of my Jewish buddies. And one of my buddies wants to get a lap dance. I think that's pretty fair, pretty normal, so he calls the dancer over. She tells him the price, and he just goes, oh, no, that's far too high. I will not be paying that. And she just looks confused. I mean, this is a 5'4", 120-pound Filipino woman that's probably got the IQ of an untoasted Pop-Tart, and kids that look like water jugs in the office break room just staring, kind of going, huh? Right? And he goes, I will not pay that. And she goes, well, that's the price. He goes, well, I'm not going to pay it. Well, that's the price. And this just starts going on. I mean, it's a full-on Holyfield, Mike Tyson battle. And we're sitting here just in shock. And they're going and going and going. He's digging into his code, bringing out all the negotiation tactics in the book. And she will not budge until finally he decides to drop the mother of all compromises. He looks at her and he goes, okay, final deal, final offer for all the marbles. Will you give me half off if I close one of my eyes? Now, he did not get a lap dance that evening. However, he did get a free nose job after she shit-kicked him dead straight through his skull, and I gotta tell you, he looks a lot better with it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Nick
We're gonna keep this show going so y'all can get home, all right? Show some love for Adam Weary.
NYPD, LAPD, NYPD, and it's on that's who you get, huh? NYPD, LAPD, NYPD, that's the motherfucker.
How's it going, everybody? My stories are a little more depressing, so just prepare yourself. I don't know if you've ever spent all day with diarrhea on the toilet, but I had jalapeno poppers last night from Arby's. Not a great place. I think it's a drug friend. I'm going to tell you two stories tonight. Both are about women. Sorry. I do respect women, but we're different. We're different. So one will involve the fact that my girlfriend, she loves serial killers. She's not in love with serial killers, but she loves serial killers. So we're watching a documentary about Eileen Wuornos. Now, if you don't know anything about Eileen Wuornos, she is a lady, a really nice lady, who likes to murder grandpas. She is a prostitute. She had a very terrible background, and she murdered old men. So we're watching this documentary, and by the way, if you cannot tell at this point, I'm not paying attention to this documentary. I do not know anything about this lady. I literally know she's a murderer. And then we're watching it, and in this documentary, she goes to prison, and she got executed by the government because she murdered grandpa. And she got the electric chair, I believe, and I turn around after her friend turns to her and goes, well, I hope to see her in heaven. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I turn around and I go, well, there's a fucking fat chance of that happening. My girlfriend goes, oh, you're a monster. I'm the monster? By the way, if you don't know, there is a fucking movie called Monster about Eileen Warrenhouse murdering grandpas. Which is crazy that I'm the bad guy in that situation, so now I have to forgive. You know, I'm like, I'm so sorry, it's fine. Okay, I'm the wrong one here. Okay, sure, yeah. Not Eileen. And so the second story I will tell you tonight is basically it's not a fun one, so just bear with me. Just hold on, okay? Give me a second. So I was never taught how to masturbate. I know. No dudes are. We just figured it out. I learned. Yeah, I know. Whoever that was. Yeah, I know. We're gonna go there. It's okay. I learned by laying on. I promise to keep it as quick as possible. I learned by laying on the floor and humping the ground. Yeah, and that's what I did. And so, you know, I grew up in the early 2000s, the early 90s, 2000s, so there wasn't a lot of what you would refer to as porn. I had to steal my mom's laptop. So it was WWE. It was WWF at that point, because the ladies, you know, they don't wear a lot of clothes. So that was awesome for me and my brother. So one day I'm laying down, this is a true story, I promise. We'll pause for everyone so you can see it, because I know it's on. So I'm laying down on the floor, and these, you know, if anyone knows Trish Stratus, I know you do. So these ladies are wrestling, and I'm doing what I'm doing, as we've just established. And you know, I'm getting there. I'm trying to be as polite as possible, and I'm like, oh, you know, and then I'm like, oh, and I do what you all know I just did. And I stand up, I turn around, and my dad is sitting on the couch right there. Yep. And this is how I know that men and women do not need to talk about the same things in life. If I leave a fork on the counter, my girlfriend, I need to have a 20-minute conversation about why I didn't do it, why I'm an idiot. I don't know, I just didn't. You gotta have this whole thing. I walked past my father as a grown-up, and I said, "You're right, man. How was work?" He went, "All right." And we have never spoken on it. Ever. So that, to me, is the difference between men and women. And I don't think I have too much more for you guys.
NYPD, niggas wanna shine like me, rhyme like me. They don't walk around with a 9 like me. They don't wanna do a 3 to 9 like me. And they ain't strong enough to take 9 like me. Yo, you thinking about shit on 50 and 60.
Is there a Heidi in the house? Heidi? The nurse? Can you stand up, please? Yeah, she's a nurse. Where you at? She did? Okay. Okay. Y'all ready for your next meeting? All right. Show some love for Martin Kemper.
Victim of the dark expectation from efficient demons and nations. Show moving with rulers, flash vines, Belafonte nigga.
Hell yeah, me. How you doing, Greater Metropolitan Phoenix area? Just fucking sick that you guys came out, man. Shout out Garage Beers that just got off the stage, man. Garage. Can you take me, motherfucking higher? Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I got a confession for you guys. I used to be a store manager at a major cell phone store. That's how I looked. And I had a grudge with this kid. He's a cool kid, but I didn't like him. I wanted to fire him just because. So I devised a plan. I had a strong suspicion that this guy was watching pornography on the sales floor because he would put his phone up. He said he was watching sports, but he'd put his phone up, he'd prop it up, and he'd be like, oh, nah, you gotta get the fuck out of here. So I had a key to every door in the store, even the restrooms, and I noticed he would take extra long restroom breaks. So I would unlock it in hopes that somebody would open the door and catch him doing the deed. And one day I'm on the sales floor, I hear, ah, fucking Ricky's over there touching his little naked mole rat. God damn. Right, we had him, but I thought it was so funny that an 18-year-old white girl caught him. I was like, nah, lame ass Ricky's caught. So I just wrote him up and I let him stay on so we can make fun of him forever. Getting punished. How y'all doing tonight, man? Not gonna lie, I'm a little self-conscious about my baggy pants. I thought maybe I was a little bit too old to be wearing these. All the young kids wearing them, I thought I'd try them out. But on my way out the door, I got accused by our babysitter, a teenager, saying, "You trying to look like a YN?" For those that don't understand, a YN means like a nice young man. Ah, man, what the hell's a YN? Like, oh man, you're an owner. I'm not neither of those things. Me and my boys, we're goons. What the hell? We're goons. We're hard. She's like, ew, that's even worse. What's that? Well, that's the person that chronically masturbates. Changing names up on things for us. Nah, me and my boys, we're different types of goons. That's not the type of hard men that we are. That's Ricky over there. But I know I'm getting old. Last weekend I sent my boys some AI videos that caught me. Like, you guys see the snowstorm that covered Russia and people were sledding off the buildings? It's fucking sick. Fucking idiot. Dumb piece of shit or something. I didn't know I got caught up. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool video you guys might enjoy as well. No, dude. But I'm not as bad as one of my uncles. He's going around liking the pictures of AI models. He's even commenting. He's putting, a ver las titties. Those that don't understand, it loosely translates to, let's see the titties. And I'm going through and I'm liking each comment. So he knows I'm watching. Gotta let him know, like, we're on the level. But it's gonna be awkward at one of the next family gatherings because I'm running one of the accounts. He's sending DMs to the models to try to be impressive to them. He's like, tengo dinero, I have money. Tengo una Tacoma del año. I have a 2018 Tacoma. And I don't know how my head felt for that shit. Yeah, man. Letting your family down, bring this dude into our family. Yo, one of my boys, I'm 34 years old, one of my boys, he recently came out as a homosexual. And I thought he was a little bit old to be doing that. But he did it on accident. We needed a basketball, so we went out to a sports store. And when we get there, he said, "Ooh, a hula hoop." Alright, I'll let it slide. Then he picked it up and started using it right away. I said, oh, that shit ain't cool. We got the basketball guy in the car. When we got in the car, Spotify threw on Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. He said, is it worth it? Let me work it. He looked at me, he said, put a thing down, bring it and reverse it. If you got a big dick, let me search it. I said, bro, that's an elephant sound during that part. It's not even fucking if you got a big dick. But he's gotta live his own truth. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Thank you guys.
I'm getting so damn tired of these comedians half my age talking about what it's like getting old. I'm back there mad as fuck. They ain't never had a Zima. Young motherfuckers, until you have to let every sneeze go. You can't catch a sneeze when you my age. You can't trust that shit. You can do that if you want to. But you gotta go somewhere. You lose a fart or a book or consider yourself lucky. You can tell your rotator cuff like that. All right? Show some love for Jenny.
What's your favorite game? Alright, great options. I did not hear mine. The game of are they high vibe? Or are they just really fucking high? And fun game. Except when it's played on me. Because being autistic, sober, I seem blitzed out. And then blitzed out, I just kind of turn into the mask from Jim Carrey. And thankfully, I'm back to being grateful that's sober. Acid just once a year. And sometimes in life, I start to question, am I on acid? Back in Madison, at the eye doctor, I questioned if I had wandered into a rave. The eye doctor, he has his flashlights. It was giving more glow gloves than exam. And my prescription ends up being levels off. I wished I could tell him, Dr. Rave, if you're going to open up your third eye at work, at least let me use mine. Again, fun game. But when that game is played on me, not so fun. I'm at a Grateful Dead tribute band, playing with the lights. Yes. And again, I'm improvising the lights, so I'm listening to the rhythm, I'm trying to match the vibe into the lighting scene. And I hear this Ratatouille-esque critic ask his Jay Leno-looking buddy, what is she on? And I wish I would have told him, excuse me, Mr. Ego, that just because you're nodding your head to the rhythm, like in his mind, he's like, high. If you're too happy, you're high. Too enthusiastic, you're high. And I wish I would have told him, sorry for being more Waffle House than Michelin. But the high of the evening is lights and a splash of Coke, a cola, the full sugar kind, and a ball. My favorite varietal of ball being the ice ball, also known as cold plunging. And sometimes I like to plunge, and I imagine you throw a paraplegic in, and suddenly they jump out. Or you throw a mermaid in, and suddenly they grow legs. And I think that cold plunging could have saved Chris Farley. So the man, he died of a speedball. Imagine if he had that ice ball to cool things off a little bit, slow things down. Chris, he could still be living, plunging in the river. Living in a van by the river. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Y'all are a horrible influence on me. Y'all really are. Show some love for Nick Stamos.
What is up? Should we do this at your level or at... Oh, prove it. No, I'm just kidding. How you guys doing tonight? You guys enjoying the show? Oh yeah. I hit a tweaker with my van on the way over here. Yeah, I might not be up here long. The cop was like, how'd you know it was a tweaker? I was like, well, I just got done selling him meth. And when he was under my van, he stole my catalytic converters. That motherfucker. You know you live in the hood when the tinfoil's behind the counter at 7-Eleven and shit? You have to know, you know. You guys know who John Stamos is from Full House? Yeah, my name is Nick Stamos from the Halfway House. Who's not allowed in a Waffle House. I'm a recovering alcoholic. The longest I've gone without a drink is 12 years. Thank you. We'll catch a drink down the limit. Thank you. And then I turned 13. Oh man, I look this way because my mom, she's German, Irish, and Scottish. And my dad, he's a leprechaun. That's pretty fun. I'm a 41-year-old ginger who looks like Ronald McDonald if he was homeless and had a drug problem. A little bit more about me. I'm homeless and I have a drug problem. No, I'm just playing. I'm not completely homeless. I live in my van. Some people say, hey, keep it down. Some people, I'm just kidding. I can park it wherever, which brings me to my next point. Some people say home is where the heart is. I say home is where you park it. And yes, it could be down by the river. Oh man, this is good. I went to AA one time. I walked in there looking for a 12-step program and a sponsor. Lasted about 12 minutes. I walked out for the 12-pack program, sponsored by AB. Anheuser-Busch, not the Aryan Brotherhood. Guys, calm down. I was driving my van the other day down the road and I seen a guy on the side of the freeway holding a sign, you know, and it said, could you please spread some cheese on this cracker? I thought that was kind of clever, you know. So I rolled my window down, I was like, hey Dad, get in the van. Oh man, so I'm ADD, ADHD, and I'm artistic. Artistic, yeah, I like the finger paint. Alright, calm down. Not retarded. Which brings me to my next story. So my mom taught Special Olympics when we were growing up. She was a ski instructor. And I traveled around with them and, you know, went to the slopes and skied and whatnot. And at the end of the year, she got the World's Best Chaperone Award. Explain why I had to wear that helmet all that time. And why I had the urge to lick all those doorknobs. I'm kind of OCD, that kind of goes along with it. I think I'm like a selective germaphobe. Like I'll do a line of cocaine off a dive bar toilet seat that hasn't been cleaned in 25 years. But if I drop a Dorito on the ground, I might not eat it. Who am I fucking kidding? I'm homeless, dude. I'll eat that Dorito. You know what they say, when you're hungry, you can't choose your food. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is too much fun. Order of words is important. English language is hard, right? Like, this is the most fucked up language. I mean, I don't speak any other languages, but English is pretty hard. The order of words matter. Punctuation matters. Like, there's things you can and can't say, things you can and can't eat. You know, society puts everything in a box. Like, take trans fats, for example. Demonized, right? We're not allowed to eat trans fats. I can say it, but we can't eat them. I'm not allowed to say fat trans, but if I eat one, if I put one in my mouth, no one gives a fuck. Oh, man. Being retarded growing up, I misunderstood words a lot. Like, you guys know what a carabiner is? Like, for rock climbing, your rope goes through it and it saves your life. Thanks, Rob. Well, growing up, I always thought a carabiner was just a Mexican healthcare worker. Or like sex trafficking. Like, what's so bad about getting a blowjob on the freeway? You know what I mean? Apparently, that's not what it means anymore, dude. All right, guys. Well, that's my time. My name's Nick Stamos. I got some stickers and shit out there.
Y'all ready for your next one? Show some love for Abe Langston.
I feel like it's important to say now that I too was also never taught to masturbate. I don't know why that feels more important now, but has anyone ever actually gotten into bed, get your first position, and like fallen asleep? Like, no wrestling, no messing with the pillow. I don't think it's ever happened to me. Maybe twice in my life, honestly. They are like core memories at this point. When you get to bed and you feel like an Olympic gold medalist just nailed the landing. Yeah, so tell us my first time. I have this theory now that I can guess your age based on how many pillows you sleep. Like one pillow, like you're young, your life's ahead of you, it's green. 2 pillows, life's punched you in the face once. 3 pillows, something on your body has betrayed you. 4 pillows, you definitely Googled sleep positions for lower back pain. Like 5 pillows, at this point, it's not really sleeping, it's just like medical stabilization. Like when I get to bed, honestly, like I got a pillow under my head, I got one on my back to keep my back, supported. I got one between my knees to keep my legs straight. I got one under my arm because I'm stupid and I'm a side sleeper. I'm hugging one because, sometimes I'm lonely. I got one in my butt crack because Joe Rogan told me to, right? And at this rate, when I get old, I'm just going to die and they're not going to be able to find me. I'm going to have to call like a rescue party to dig me out of my little cotton and down tomb that I built for myself. Seriously, I was watching this documentary and I kid you not, there are people that walk among us, some of you might be here, that get into bed, you lie on your back, and they fall asleep. Like, what type of psychopath can turn off their brain and their body like that? Right? Like, can you imagine the first time you met and slept with somebody, and you're like building your little cocoon of pillows, and you look over, and there's like this zombie vampire. Like, think of the things they can accomplish, being able to turn their brains and bodies off like that. But, fair warning, if one of your partners is one of these people, you will wake up without a kidney. Okay? Anyways, that's my 5.
Now, I don't want anybody to think that I'm fucking with handicapped people, okay? No, I respect handicapped people. Well, except for the bathroom. Their stalls are so fucking good. I gotta go in the handicapped stall if anybody in there. But this next guy, this is his actual name, okay? We're gonna bring up the lights. We're gonna bring up the lights, the house lights. There you go. All right. All right. So y'all do me a favor if you can. Where's he at? I can't see. Oh, so if y'all can show some love for the pimp Gimp.
Let's leave the house lights on. I want to see you beautiful people. And I told the owner, don't put me up on stage. I don't look down at people, mainly because I can. Yeah. But seriously, you are way too beautiful to be sitting here in the dark. But looking at the rest of the crowd, no, go ahead. But looking at the rest of the crowd, I see nothing but daddy issues and bad credit scores. And I feel right at home. Now, if I look familiar to you guys, recently I just went viral for getting into a fight with $1 billion corporation. We'll call him the Clown. And I mean, looking at me, in the wheelchair, you might think that I was the underdog in that fight, right? You guys might not know this, but I'm a competitive power lifter. I have a specialized deadlift of over 350 pounds. Now, I move iron, but I'll tell you. You know what was really heavy? Lifting the ego of a fragile ego of a 15-year-old shift manager. Let me tell you something. That kid makes $15 an hour to deep fry sadness. But he's sitting there acting like he's got the nuclear codes to a launch on my chair. I just wanted me out of there. The problem was, he didn't want me to have my service dog Molly with me. Yeah. Which is crazy because Molly knows 50 commands. That shift manager knows 2. Systems down, and next window. Safety risk. Bitch, I'm the healthiest thing in this lobby. I'm the only one here that isn't deep fried or on parole. I mean, you sell burgers in a greasy paper bag for $4.99, but I'm the health risk. Let that sink in for a second. No, seriously. Sorry, dropping the mic. That's so funny. I'm the health risk. So anyway, I try to handle this civilly, right? So but that's when I found out that the American legal system works exactly like that ice cream machine. I mean, technically it's there, right? But today it's being cleaned. Come back tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes, just like your McFlurry. Oh man, I'm not mad though. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. No, corporate called me. Yeah, they called me. They wanted to mail me a coupon. A coupon for a place I can't even enter. That's like giving that shift manager a library card. We know that guy only reads pictures. That's all right though. I'm not mad though. I don't need a Happy Meal. I have this beautiful crowd in Tempe, Arizona. And I have a very crazy dating life. And ladies, let me let you in on a little bit of secret here. Dating a guy in a wheelchair, that's a luxury experience. Get tired of holding your bag? I got you. You tired of rolling? I'm the only man in Tempe that comes with his own mobile love seat. Let's go. Think of me as like the secret menu item, you know? And unlike that clown, my ice cream machine always works. Tempe, Arizona, I'm pimpkim.com. You have a great night.
Pimp, with inspiration to us all. Y'all ready for your next one? Cool. Show some love for Taylor Gargiulo.
Sorry, I gotta look back up here now. We having fun tonight or what? Yeah. I'm gonna spend the next few minutes here talking about my job. Is that okay with everybody? I don't know why I asked. I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't give a fuck. So I work with high schoolers who have special needs, and I teach them life skills. I'm what's called a paraprofessional specialist. Working with these young people has really opened my eyes, and I've realized that they're probably the only people left in this world that can feel genuine happiness. They don't have a fucking care in the world, bro. Like, they don't know any of the terrors that this world has to offer. Like, they don't have to worry about Israel versus Palestine and any of that shit. Like, they hear the word ice, and they're like, ice cream, where? Ice cream? Dude, they're fucking awesome. I love them. I've been doing it about 2 months now. I feel like I'm fitting in pretty well. I thought about it though, and I realized like I fit in a little too well. Let me explain it. So every day we go out and we do like field trips and stuff. We go out to the community and we just do shit like Walmart, like food bank, stuff like that. And I look like Adam Sandler and Billy Madison when I'm walking around with him. I just blend in with the class. Sometimes people look at me and they'll be like, "Are you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm one of the teachers." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, buddy." Yeah. I'm like, "Fuck you." I have a lot in common with them. You know, one day we're at school, it was lunchtime. Teacher goes, "Okay, it's time for lunch. Today we're having chicken nuggets, tater tots, and chocolate milk." One of them, without missing a beat, goes, "Chocolate milk rules!" And I'm like, "Yeah, chocolate milk rules!" Dude, I fucking love chocolate milk. I drink it almost every night. Like, I can't get, I love chocolate milk. It's my favorite. I fucking love it. Like, in fact, I get activated like the fucking Winter Soldier when I hear chocolate milk. Like, I will comply. It's awesome. There's a kid in our class. I'm not going to dox him and say his name, but him and I have a very interesting dynamic. The way we communicate, it's like he's a mafia boss, and I'm like one of his henchmen. Like, he'll be sitting down, and periodically, like, he'll turn around and he'll point, and he'll be like, "Come here." I'm like, "Me?" He'll look, he's like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, "Okay, fuck it, let's see." He's a really cool kid, despite the fact he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. But he does have Down syndrome, so that pretty much makes him like any other Cowboys fan. You know what I mean? Any Cowboys fans in here? Fuck you guys. No, he's a cool kid. So I walk over to him and, I walk over and he's like Don Corleone. He makes me like bend down because he wants to whisper in my ear. So I've realized with this job, like whenever he calls me over, it could be anything. Like one day he was like, "I like cheese." I'm like, "Me too, bro, me too." This specific scenario, he goes, "It's my birthday soon." I'm like, "Oh, right on, man." I'm like, "That's cool." I'm like, "You excited?" He's like, "Mm-hmm." He He's like, I turned 21. I'm like, that's a big one, Bubba. I'm like, you gonna do anything fun? He's like, Las Vegas, gambling. The Winter Soldier is activated again. I'm geeked up. I'm like, bro, I gotta go with you. I'm like, please let me come. Best birthday ever. I'm like, please let me go. I'm like you're gonna have the best time. Like, boys trip, let's do it. And he's like, we're gonna go soon. I'm like, right on. I'm like, when? This dude looks at me with the straightest face ever, and he goes, October. October is not soon at all, buddy. You just got me all hyped up for nothing. He's sitting there laughing his ass off. He's like, he's laughing. He's like, he puts a fist up and he looks at me. He's like, Vegas, baby. I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. That's my time, you guys. Thank you so much.
This next guy coming to the stage goes by the local cholo going solo. Show some love for Art G.
I want to raise a complaint. What the fuck? I'm not that tall. So anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Valentine's is coming up. You know that. Is that the ladies' holiday? I can't hear you guys. Is that the ladies' holiday? I think it's a bullshit holiday. And I'm going to tell you why, because the guys get screwed all the time. You have to get them a gift. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, me and my girl, we don't need a holiday to tell each other that we love each other. We just do it every day. Every day is Valentine's Day with us. We don't care. All it is just a money market kind of thing. Everybody's making money off of this shit. I don't care for Valentine's Day. So if you guys look at me and boo me for not loving Valentine's Day, that car ride home, we're going to talk. Some of you guys are going to be like, what do you think? Do you agree with Art? All you girls are going to be doing that in the car. Do you agree with Art? Now, when I got here a little while ago, I'm going to change the subject here. I'm up in the green room. 3 tall white dudes are back there. Shut up. Where am I going with this? I thought it was ice. I'm number 13 on the list. What's the 13th letter of the alphabet? Amen. There you go. The letter M. Mexican. Mota. Mafia. That's not me, though. I'm actually a good guy. I don't have a criminal record. I've never been in jail. Never been high. I don't drink, ever. I don't even smoke. All my friends look at me and go, shit, you're Latino and you don't even do any of that shit with your ninos, your cousins, your primos, whatever. I don't. All I do is just kick back, have fun, and what I did as a kid, I was a DJ, break dancer. I'm still a DJ today. I still mix music. That song that you heard, that's comfort food for me. Do you guys know what song that was? If anybody can name that song, I'll give you $100. Not the DJ. Play it again, that's cheating. You don't know that song, I'm old school to the heart. So I was digging into my crates and I'm looking for a song to come up on stage to. It's called New Horizons, Do Your Thing. Look that song up, it's pretty badass. The other thing I was going to talk to you guys about tonight too is the dating scene. I know everybody's out here on a date tonight, am I right? You guys ain't that weak. Are you guys out here on a date? I call that the fucking interview. You know why? Because you're on your best behavior. Women put on their faces, wear these high heel shoes. By the way, they're not that tall. You guys wear all these get-up clothes and everything, and you guys are trying to impress us. We look at you guys and we go, okay, what about when you don't have it on? What do you look like? I want to see what I'm getting. And I'll tell you right now, what I like the most is tortas. They keep it real. They don't walk up wearing these super tight clothes that don't fit them. They wear what fits them, and it shows everything. Tortas are hot. Is there any tortas? I got these lights on me. I can't see you guys out there. Any no tortas out there? It's not pronounced torta. Torta. Torta is a big girl. Si no es una torta, no me importa. I just told you right now, if she ain't thick, she ain't shit. I love my skinny girls too, don't get me wrong, but tortas have the best attitude, the best life. And you know what? You know they can cook. My girl can cook. And you know what? Married 37 and a half years. No, I have a GoFundMe account. My ex-wife took everything. So, I'm old school to the heart. Like I said, she took everything. She took the house, the dogs, the kids, everything. All my kids are grown though. They're all over 18 years old. My oldest is going to be 39. So, guess my age. I'm disclosed. I was born in 1967. 67, fuck you. I hate that. These kids going 6'7", 6'7", what the fuck is 6'7"? I don't believe in 6'7". I'll slap them. You know what? The last kid that told me that, I shot him. F-A-F-O, right? Fuck around and find out. That's what these kids are doing to all of us right now. You know, we don't get that shit. We're old school. We grew up with pagers. Beepers. Remember JJ, the king of beepers? Yeah, see, I'm old school. You guys remember going to the mall, walking in and going into Chess King? Yes. Who said yes? Me. You, yes. You remember the breakdancing clothes back then? Oh, yeah. Girls would go into learners. Forever 21. Shit, that thing disappeared after they turned 21. Like that. But you know what? Life is good now. Everything is going great. My life is 10 times better than what it was. I found a girl that takes care of me. I take care of her. We don't believe in fights.
Settlement, and I need cash now. Okay, what's worth? It's a
No, that wasn't mean. We gotta keep it straight. You said it? No, that's what we have to do. Some people stay up here all damn day. Left. I know what you was all thinking too. A 58-year-old Mexican that don't drink and smoke. Undercover. Y'all ready for your next one? Show some love for Charlie.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I'll tell you why I'm here, and it's because I recently lost 150 pounds. And I'm going to talk about being fat and weight loss, but I want to let you know I've taken a look around the room and I had you all eat. Like, I had you eat like by 4. I lost like 3 of him. Like, 2 of you. Like, I did the right way though. Sometimes people don't clap. If you didn't clap, it's probably because you think I used those things. You think I cheated. You think I didn't do it the hard way. But I did it, diet and exercise, the right way. Now you're back. You can do it. There is like only one other way I know of, but it has like the worst side effects because people are always like, Ozempic has bad side effects. Like Subway, might have the worst side effects. I don't know if you know about Jared. So, no side effects. And this is cheaper than therapy, so. Yeah, there's things that no one tells you when you lose a lot of weight. And one of them is that you're always gonna feel like the before image. So, here's the thing. I wanna skydive. I moved it recently. I'm still 10 pounds too fat to skydive. Like this is the before he skydives photo. And that's just crazy. So other things that you have like a special skill for is like knowing if you'll break a chair by looking at it from a mile away. And it's like I would sit on it like I'm trying to not let a bomb go off, like I'm Jeremy Renner in the Hurt Locker. It's just like not break a chair. So things that no one tells you about. But what everybody wants to know, what you all want to know, is like, what was this guy's lowest point? Like, where was he at his worst? And that's why I'm here. So, the worst was flying Southwest Airlines. Yeah, so Southwest has a policy called customer of size. And it means that I get a free seat just for being really fat. It's like South Welfare. But they give me a free seat, and I'm sitting at the gate. They call me over and say, hey, you buddy, come here. We're going to give you an extra ticket today, just so you can be more comfortable. And I'm like, oh, do I have to pay? No, you don't have to pay. There's just 2 rules. No exit row, and you have to board first. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Didn't know how much like anxiety that was going to create, but those are the 2 rules. And I said, well, what if you guys like are a full flight? They said, we will pay somebody else to not fly so that you don't have someone sitting next to you. Oh my God, yeah, your CEO must be fat, like that. So, anyways, the first thing I get, like, no exit row. I get it. Because if that door were to pop open and I'm right there, and it's just whooshing out, no one's gonna be able to get out. So like, that one makes sense. The hard thing is that they make you board first, which means I have to look by all the hardworking people like you probably make a ton of money, and you pay early, and you want to board first, but you have to watch my fat ass get on the floor. That's messed up. I agree. So you get on, you have to board with the people that can't walk. Like they cannot start walking, the people in the wheelchair to get on. I could have started a diet at any time. The hardest thing, part of the lowest point, was I flew with my brother. He is in a wheelchair, my brother Brian. I love him. And he hated that policy. Hated it. So much so that when I was walking him on, I thought I had camo, like, oh, I'm walking him on. He said to everybody else, stolen valor. That's just brutal. But, you know, the Karen that got me was, you know, I have my seat, everyone's looking at me, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna sit next to you anyways. But then some people would say, are you reserving that? And I'd say, yep. Some Karens, Karen and a half, who said, you can't reserve. But the worst thing was like, after Southwest makes this announcement, they go, oh, just so everybody knows it's gonna be a full flight, there are no extra seats. Because they're not gonna say like, except for the fat guy in 12 feet, don't you think? But no, they don't do that. And I go, and she makes a flight attendant come over and explain it, and that was just the worst. But I'll tell you this, I'm happy, things are great, my life's going really well. They sent me an email, and I framed it, and it says, Dear Southwest customer, our records show that in the past, this is like 2 years ago now, you have requested an extra seat for travel. Now you're gonna have to purchase the additional seat or lose weight, and that's what I did, so.
Y'all ready to think next comedian? Okay, now this guy coming up to the stage, he was telling me in the green room this is his first time on stage. So y'all be nice, all right? Bring out. Show some love for Dan Scallion.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being out here tonight. So I'm married. We have 3 kids. Our 2 girls that are 10 and 11. Our son's 8. And I love our kids. They are absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of them, but I gotta tell you, I'm not getting a whole lot of joy every day from these little ones. Seriously. It's a mystery. I mean, every day, there's crusty shit all over the place. Everything's sticky. They treat the floor like it's a trash can. Every single thing they touch is broken. They're constantly yelling at each other. They watch the dumbest shit on TV. I'm sorry, they don't watch TV. They watch YouTube. Which is why my wife and I love to go outside at night and have a cocktail or two. Most nights. And reminisce about our joyful children. But my wife, like most women, sorry, ladies, but you like to talk about the hypothetical what ifs. And I gotta tell you, these hypothetical what ifs are never positive. It's not, hey, what if her daughter grows up to be a medical doctor and saves the world? No. It's, hey, what if her daughter grows up and at 16 she gets pregnant by her 16-year-old boyfriend who's also cheating on her. He shows up at her front door and wants to see her and she doesn't want to see him. You answer the door. What do? How are you going to handle that? I gotta tell you, I don't like this game. It's probably the only game I don't want to be competitive with. So she's telling this story, right? And she's living this lifetime movie event here, right? I gotta tell you, the only thing I'm doing is sitting there, looking at my beer, saying, this thing's empty. How the hell am I gonna get out of this one to go get another drink? Where am I gonna find an opening? You know what? I don't need another beer. I think whiskey sounds much better right now. And she's looking at me, and I'm thinking, right? But she can see my face, and she can see I'm thinking, and she thinks I'm thinking about her question here. And she says, wow, I'm really thinking about this one. I said, you know, I am. But I'm going to go get a drink first. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to answer that question. So I do. I go get my whiskey. I come back, and I say, love, we've been married for almost 13 years. You know me. What do you think I do? Now I know what I'm supposed to do. So I'm feeling good, right? I'm feeling confident. I think I just won that game. Boy, was that wrong. Because my dumb ass asked her a question. And I have no idea why I was thinking about this. But I said, hey, if I was in a coma, how long would you keep me alive? I have no idea how she responded. Because all I'm thinking in my head is like, oh shit, what the hell is wrong with you? Now I have to answer that question back in about 20 seconds. Hours. No, that's probably not long enough. Days, weeks. Let's go with months. Let's go with months. And then she hits me with it, right? Well, how long, love, would you keep me alive? I got this all figured out. I just spent 15 seconds thinking about it. Love, I'd keep you alive for at least a couple months. Wrong answer. Because now I am financially ruining our family. I am emotionally burdening our kids. And I'm selfish. Because I won't let her go. I don't know why you ladies like to
think and spend so much time dwelling on the hypothetical. And spending this time thinking in details. But I'll tell you what, if you ask me to fix a leak in the ceiling, I say, sure, no problem. I'll fix it. I'll just go in the attic, I'll find the leak, I'll go on the roof, I'll find it, I'll plug it, I'll fill it, I'll do whatever I gotta do to find the leak, right? And then I'll come inside, I'll cut out the drywall, I'll put some new drywall on there, and then I'll sand it, and then I'll mud it, and then I'll sand it again, and then I'll texture it, and then I'll sand it again, and then I'll paint the whole goddamn ceiling because it's got to all blend together, right? Okay. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
You don't play in this motherfucker. Y'all, hey, we down to our final 3 comedians, okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging in there. Please, again, make sure you tip your wait staff accordingly. Please. Y'all ready for your next one? Woo! Show some love for Cheryl, Mary.
Wow, how are you, Tempe? What a great crowd. I'm super excited to be here tonight, mostly because the fact that I'm standing on this stage is proof that I have actually cheated death 3 times. First time was in the sand dunes. I rolled my quad, had to dig myself out with my elbows, and luckily my son was there to lift the quad off of me. So, second time, we were on a family vacation, and we thought it would be really fun to do a river trip down the Colorado River. And my son and I thought it would be extra fun to do the inflatable kayaks. That being said, we're headed into the rapids. We hit the one rock they told us to stay away from. And I went out the back. The river sucked me under, and I really thought I was dying. Like, I really thought, this is how I'm gonna die. And then all of a sudden, as I'm just ready to just give in and cross over, I realized, wait a second, my recent ex-husband is still the beneficiary on my life policy. No, I wasn't dying that day because he wasn't getting my money. But my most recent brush with death has been very recent. It involved the Kohl's dressing room and a pair of skinny jeans. Yeah, I was shopping with my daughter, and she went off to her section, and I was in my section just kind of browsing, and I see this rack that said skinny jeans, and the model on the rack looked amazing. So I thought, well, you know, I've tried Thin Mints, and those just work. I tried Skinny Cow, and I was still not a skinny cow. So I thought, well, let's try the skinny jeans. So I grab what I think is my size, and I head to the dressing room. And I still really, to this day, don't know how I managed to get in the skinny jeans. But after about 30 seconds in the skinny jeans, it became very apparent to me that I wasn't getting out the skinny jeans. It started getting a little bit hard to breathe. I started getting a little bit dizzy. I wasn't really sure what to do. Nobody else was in the dressing room but me. And so I just kind of leaned up against the wall and slid down, going down, and as I'm going down, I'm like, oh no, now I'm really screwed because I can't even call for help. My cell phone is in my purse, hanging on the back of the locked dressing room door. There's no help coming. I'm laying there taking very shallow breaths because I know it's very important to keep some oxygen going to my brain. I'm laying there just... And then all of a sudden I hear it. I hear, Marco. So my daughter and I play Marco Polo when we get lost in the store. So I'm like, okay, well, at least she's looking for me. The search party is out there. I hear it again, Marco. Well, I don't have enough oxygen to reply with Polo. So one more time I hear Marco, and it's like right there, and I'm like, come on, Sherry, you gotta do it. And I'm like, Polo! She hears me she's like, Mom! She comes in the dressing room, what are you doing? I'm dying. Luckily, she's a police officer. She's trained for emergencies, so she just rips me out from the dressing room by my feet, and she's standing there, and she's checking for a pulse, she's doing all the things, and she gets on her phone and she says to her, calls her dispatch, not even 911, she just calls direct and says, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to roll fire. So, it seemed like an eternity, but firefighters show up, and all the things, the pulse oximeter, the blood pressure cuff, they've got the EKG going, and pretty soon here comes the defibrillator, they're getting ready. My daughter leans over and she says, guys, I'm pretty sure it's the pants. So they step back and they take a look and they're like, oh yeah, it's the pants. So all the other equipment goes away now, the little special scissors come out. Now I'm faced with the choice. So I held up my finger, indicated I need a moment, please. Not to mourn the pants, but I had a split second to remember, am I wearing my good panties, my big girl panties, or my Depends? Because what I was wearing, my life depended on my undergarments. Luckily, I knew that I had on my good panties, so they cut me out, they helped me up off the floor. I immediately walked over to the gurney, sat myself on the gurney, covered myself up, and they're like, ma'am, we don't need to take you to the hospital. And I said, oh no, I'm very well aware, but what you are going to do is help me save my dignity. So you guys are going to roll me right out of here to my car. We're going to call it a day. It didn't end there, you see. I get a phone call from my son, who is a firefighter, about 3 hours later, and he says, Mom, are you okay? What do you mean, am I okay? And he said, well, the boys called me and told me they had to rescue you from your pants today. It wasn't very fun, but that's why I now don't go anywhere without Engine 241. Let's give it up for Engine 241. By my side to rescue me from whatever I might get into. Thank you, Tempe. I'm sure it's been fun.
Was anybody else surprised when she came out to Easy? No. Y'all show some love for Trip. In the club, I with my niggas, clap.
I like to work out a lot, and there's this guy in my gym who's probably like, I don't know, 50. He was like ripping on my generation, he was like, everything is bad, like you guys are all gay, you're all trans, and it all started with your generation, And I actually started to agree with him until I saw a music video of Motley Crue. And dude, come on, bro. Like we were playing a game called Guess What You're Describing, and you went to me yeah, it's definitely a group of men on stage performing. They all have women's haircuts, makeup, crop tops, skin tight leather pants, and some boots that my mom got from Nordstrom Rack. I would guess that I'm looking at a drag queen show. That's just me, but. Could you imagine being a normal guy, Motley Crue comes to town and you just get your girl stolen by that? You're like, oh god, really? That's a weird self-reflection moment. Hating on trans people is something I don't understand, especially as a Christian, you know what I mean? I feel like trans people are peak Christianity, you know what I mean? They're all about love and acceptance. My only critique is I think they went a little far with, if it makes you sin, cut it off, but... I do actually go to church a lot, and my dad was like, you should be a pastor, and I was like, I don't know, just imagine telling everyone bow your heads in prayer and just see a bald spots, I don't know. I'm actually looking at some good ones right now. No, but last Sunday at church, they did tell me, throughout the week, see where you see Jesus in your life, you know what I mean? And I did as I was told, and I was watching the news, and I kind of came to the conclusion that Epstein is the Jesus of pedophiles. Alright, hold on. Alright. They're both Jews, right? They both have a very loyal group of followers. And just like Jesus, Epstein died to save the pedophiles. Oh my God. No, it's like old news, but like the files did come out, and like I'm not gonna lie, before Trump was my guy. Like I'm not gonna lie. And like I actually read the files, and like seeing Trump's name in there, it was like watching like MJ in Game 6. Like he was just everywhere, you know what I mean? It's like guys in layoff and slam dogs. Like, it's just all over the thing. No, Trump is a weird guy though. It's all right. Like. No, like everything about him is weird. Like just like his voice. You guys ever think about that? Like he's got a weird voice, you know? Like could you imagine if he was on stage? He's like, "What a crowd! What a crowd! God bless. Good night." And he comes off and he's like, "I thought that went pretty good." Like, he goes in the makeup room, takes off his makeup. It's like Michelle Obama under there. I wouldn't be surprised, she's got the height, you know? I was trying to make plans for, well, it's called Indigenous Peoples Day actually now, but I was like, why is it called that? And apparently, I don't know if y'all know this, but like when Columbus came here, he like raped, pillaged, stole, defrauded, and like enslaved a bunch of Native Americans, you know what I mean? It's like, the left like hates him, right? And like, the right like loves him for whatever reason, and I think it should be the opposite. Like, I think the right should love, or I think the right should hate him, and I think the left should love him, because like, if you really think about it, like, wasn't he just an immigrant trying to make a better life for himself? I got nothing like that tonight yet. Alright, I'm running out of time, but I'm gonna tell just a joke. It's just a joke. Your parents married? No? I got a similar story. I actually caused my parents' divorce. Happened back in high school, and I slept with one of my teachers. But she was super hot. Perfect tits, great ass. I didn't know any better. I should have known better, considering I was homeschooled. That's all I got tonight, guys.
Did he have a Woody the whole time? No, like I was backstage, I looked up at the screen and I went. Really excited to be here. Don't worry about me, that ain't gonna happen with me. I'm at a point in my life, I gotta take one of those little blue pills. Yeah, I'll leave. Yeah. And it didn't work fine as my back has been tripping lately. You know? Y'all ready for your last comedian? Alright. We got a guy that's been doing comedy for 7 years. I've worked with him plenty of times. Know him, consider him a personal friend, funny as hell. Show some love for Mr. Jason Santiago.
What's up, Tempe? Y'all actually stuck around, man. When I freaking
it was like when I first started, I started on this stage right here. And how it worked is like when people came out to see who they were supporting, they would just fucking leave. And you, the last comic, there'll be like 3 people left and shit, you know? It's crazy, man. I'm feeling good. I turned 50 last year, y'all. 50. Shut up. I wasn't that excited about that shit. It's different, man. Like if you're like I'm telling you, if you're 40, go ahead and clap for me real quick. Just want to say. I wish I had more time on stage tonight. She's like one of those people like where you tell them your birthday, like, oh, my cousin is March 17th. I don't even fucking know who your cousin is. I'm gonna pray for you though, it's alright. No, but I'm at that age now, like, you know, like shit is different, way, way different. Like when I drop something on the floor, I look at it, I'll get another one, you know what I mean? That's how I do. That's how I do, you know? Sex is different for me now, too, because I'm a freak. I'm Puerto Rican from New York, you know, from the Bronx and shit. All right, motherfuckers, all right. Calm down, calm down. But like sex now, because I'm whittled down to like 3 positions, okay? I know it's horrible. You got, you know, like me on top. Me on top sucks because I feel like I'm doing CrossFit and shit, you know? Because you go up here like muscle failure and shit. Are you gone yet? No! Like, oh shit. And you got those women that are like those silent freaking orgasms and shit. They don't even tell you. You're there putting in work. You're like, are you freaking gonna come yet? I came like 4 times. I'm like, bitch! I said, my sciatica is killing me! It's real problems, people, alright? You got me on the bottom, man. Like me on the bottom too. Like so, fellas, I don't know about you. When you get a certain age, if you didn't stretch before sex, you get that abdominal cramp right here, and it always comes when she's getting ready to climax. She's like, "Oh my God, baby!" You're like, "Oh, what do you want me to do?" Don't touch me. Do not touch me. But I love me behind because me behind, I can make all the fucking faces I want. Yeah, get that shit. One time I did it, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then it was weird because I couldn't stop looking at myself. I was like, ah. I'm like, I'm a weird ass fucker right there. I'm also become more petty. Anybody really like, if you're petty, go ahead, if you want to admit it, go ahead and clap for me if you're petty. You're real petty. I'm petty now. I'm petty as fuck. Never been petty, at least I didn't think so. Like, dumb shit bothers me now, you know? So, like, all right, so for instance, so this happened recently. Going to a gig, I was traveling, and I was in the airport. You know the bigger airports, you know how they have those people walkers and shit? You know, the conveyor belt on there? You know, I like it because I feel like I got superpowers and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this shit. I'm walking. If you didn't know, there's an etiquette to the people walker. All right? If you're not gonna walk on the people walker, stand your ass to the right. I'm gonna say it again, stand your ass to the right. I'm in there and I'm walking because I need to get my connecting flight, trying to get there, and there's this freaking pretentious ass son of a bitch. He's just sitting there, he's on his phone with his freaking suitcase brought on the left side on there, and I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm coming on like this motherfucker. I'm feeling it, and I'm like, coming on your left. You know, normally, excuse me, sir, can I not? And I went, nah, you know what? I kicked the fuck out of his fucking suitcase. That shit felt so good. I'm never invigorated. Do that shit again. I'm telling you, you know. And here's where the petty part came in, because that was just me. That was the mean part of me. The petty part was, I just gotten on the people walker. I'm going back around doing that shit again. It felt fucking amazing, man. You have no idea. It was amazing. Dating's a little hard, and you know, I don't have much time. I'm gonna have to end it with this, and don't cancel me, all right? Please don't cancel me. So I was on the dating apps, okay? I know y'all are on the dating apps. I'm not even gonna ask. I know you are. And I'm swiping left and I'm swiping right. And it's a little pretentious because I feel like I'm shopping and shit, you know? And I accidentally swipe right on a transgender person. Nothing wrong with it, okay? Because she was fine as fuck. You have no idea. Fine as fuck. I didn't know she was transgender until we actually met in person. Like I said, I'm from the Bronx, you know what I mean? I'm walking with that swagger. I'm like, how you doing, baby? Ah, damn, you're fucking beautiful. I'm sorry. What was your name again? She said, hi, Christine. I said, oh shit. We have a little bit of dilemma here.
Because in this scenario, who pays for dinner? So I asked her. She said, whoever's the bigger dick. So she paid, you know, so joke was on me, man. You know what I mean? The joke was on me, but we had a hell of a dinner. I'm not gonna tell you what happened afterwards, but it was a hell of a dinner. Shit was different, man, you know. I'm older now, I never really did drugs, man, but I did Molly for the first time. Anybody ever do Molly in this? I know younger people got some ASU people up in here. Man, I did that shit, I touched my nipple for like 20 minutes, people. Y'all had a good time tonight? And you go to the Tempe Improv, give it up for your host, Doug Brown. My name is Jason Santiago. I love you. Good night. God bless.
Y'all made it to the end of the night. Good job. Like I said before, if you want to come up here and try this out, you're more than welcome to. newfacesaz@gmail.com. newfacesaz@gmail.com. Again, you can follow me, Doug Brown Comedy on Instagram. Where is Heidi back? Or she left? Doug Brown Comedy on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, and please get home safe, all right?